Greetings, conquerors. It's good to be able to be with you again and to share. I'm aware it's been a while since we have been together. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot to do. There's been a lot to get accomplished. I just wanted to drop this video. Number one, to just say hello. And I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you are prospering. And again, we are always proud of and encouraged by your progress. We're grateful to God for everything that He is doing in your life. Some of what you are accomplishing gives us the strength and inspiration to move forward on some things ourselves. So we appreciate everything that you are doing. Secondly, we kind of just wanted to give an update on a few of our projects. A Crisis of Conscience, the film. I have taken some time to rework some of that film and rearrange a few ideas. So we're looking to release that sometime early fall. Once I have a more concrete date, I'll let you know. But we're looking at early fall. We kind of added some things, taken some things out, kind of reworked some things before we release it for real. So just be looking for that sometime early fall. That's A Crisis of Conscience, the film or the movie. Secondly, TBR Live, our talk show. We are in the middle of filming the third season. We've decided to go ahead and do a third season because we've had so much fun, and we have some very, very special guests and some wonderful conversations. So be looking for that. We're looking to air that in August. So be looking for that as well. Also, we have some new music coming. We're working as hard as we can to get some music done. There's an artist that we're working with. We're working really hard to get his project taken care of, and we're also working on our next thing. So between the talk show, the film, and some music, we got a lot happening. So stay tuned. We also have some more teaching. We have a few more videos that we're working on. We're doing a lot of study before we release some things and before we actually film some things, because it's important to us that the information that we give is as accurate as it can be. We don't want to just fly off the dome. We want to make sure that we give you something that you can use and something that'll be beneficial to you. Lastly, I just wanted to encourage you a little bit. I don't ever want to waste the opportunity without being able to share a little bit of something. And I'd just like to talk about focus, just for a couple of minutes. Focus is something that I am I'm finding out that we're lacking in focus. And here's what I mean. We have so much going on. We're wanting to accomplish so many things, and we've put ourselves under this impossible pressure of time. I got to get this done by this time. I got to get this done by this time. And there's so much of that we're lacking in focus on one, maybe two of the projects. And so all of them inevitably don't have the care that they really can have, because we just are not focused. And what I'd like to kind of encourage us is to build in a day of rest. The scriptures have a day. God built in a day of rest, and He called it the Sabbath. Now, because this is not a preach or a teach, it's not one of them kind of videos, I will not go down that road completely. But all I will say is, if God built in a day of rest, then we really should too, because I think that's a very good idea. Many of us are working just entirely too much, too hard, for entirely too long. Some people will say, well, I liked you better before you became an entrepreneur or before you started pursuing your dreams or your agenda, because you were much nicer. You were a little more chilled out. You weren't as stressed out or easily irritable. So let's take our time. Let's take a day and get some rest. What I have finally decided to do, because what I'm telling you, I'm guilty of the same thing. I've recently discovered that I am working or doing something all the time, and if I'm not doing it, I'm thinking about it. So what I've decided to do, starting very soon, is I'm going to build in a day of rest where I'm not going to do anything. My work week is going to decrease by 1 day. And I'm going to take that day and I'm going to sit on my butt, or I'm going to watch some movies, or I'm going to do something that has nothing to do with work. Because if I'm not studying, I'm preparing for a class. If I'm not preparing for a class, I'm in a business meetings of some kind. If I'm not doing that, I'm filming, doing this kind of stuff. And so there's no time just to chill out. And if God thought that was a good idea, I think we ought to consider that. So I guess the two things I want to kind of encourage us is to focus. Number one, take all of those things that we want to get done and all of those things that we're working on, and just kind of prioritize that stuff. Just kind of pick out the things that are most pressing, focus on getting those things done the best that we can. I'm not saying we can't get all of it accomplished. You know I'm not going to tell you that. But what I will say is let's prioritize. Let's do that. Let's prioritize all of the stuff we want to do and focus on getting these things done the best that we can, the most efficient way that we can, so that we can get the most bang out of our buck. There's no benefit in doing 100 projects all at once, and none of them yield any profit, none of them yield any benefit, none of them yield anything, because we have not given them the proper care. So the first thing is focus, or if you want to substitute the word prioritize, you can do that. And also build in a day of rest. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Some of our health issues, some of our relationships being rocky, some of the things that we're dealing with, some of that stuff is just because we're so tired. We're easily irritated. We're stressed out, and we're supposed to be building better lives, not making things worse for ourselves. So let's take that time and take that day of rest. And now, since I mentioned the word Sabbath, somebody's going to say, well, what day is it? Listen, until you've studied it, until you have investigated it, until you have looked to see exactly which day it is, listen, just pick a day. Just start there. Pick a day of the week where you're going to just do nothing, where you're going to spend time with your family, you're going to spend time with yourself, and you're not going to work, and your downtime is not going to be stressful. Your downtime is not going to be formatted. Just pick a day. Moving forward, at least until my understanding has been elevated a little more, my day is going to be Friday. It was Monday at first, but that never works for me. So moving forward, Friday is gonna be my off day. I'm not doing a doggone thing that day. I'm not filming nothing. I'm not recording nothing. I'm not writing anything. I'm not taking any meetings. We're just gonna take that day and just hang out. And I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. Not pick Friday. I mean, just pick a day of the week where you're not going to do anything, because I believe it'll be beneficial to us and the people around us if we take some time to just kind of unplug and just kind of rest. Well, that's all I got. Thank you for the opportunity to sit with you for a while. Thank you for always allowing us to invade your space for a while. And we look forward to seeing you in the future and your endeavors, and we look forward to what God is doing in your life. And as always, we'll see you at the finish line.